They say the world once drowned, that the skies split open, and the deep rose to swallow every breath of life. They say the giants have perished, all but one. The waters roar, the earth groans, the old world dies. But legends whisper of a silhouette upon a mountain peak, a shape too large to be a man, clinging to the last stone above the rising sea. A remnant of a cursed age, a survivor who should not have survived, and his name was Og. Long before the flood, before the world was washed clean, there was an age of shadows, an age when the sons of the mighty walked among men, and the earth groaned beneath their weight. Og was born into that world, born among the Nephilim giants of renown, feared by all who saw them. But even among giants, Og was different. Why do they fear me? Because you are not like us. Your strength is deeper, your shadow is longer, and your destiny darker. He grew in a world where violence was breath, and corruption was law, where the Watchers, those fallen beings, taught forbidden knowledge to mortals, where blood cried out from the ground. Og watched kingdoms rise and fall like sparks in a storm. He watched men bow to idols that devoured them. He watched giants tear the earth apart in their hunger. And then the sky changed, the heavens darkened, the winds howled, and the first drops of judgment fell. When the waters receded, silence ruled the world. Forests were gone, cities erased. The bones of the mighty lay scattered beneath the mud. Og walked alone. Days bled into years, years into centuries. Time itself seemed to forget him. He searched for others, any others who had survived the wrath, and he found them. Twisted remnants of the old world, creatures half-formed, half-broken, shadows of the Nephilim, clinging to life like dying embers. You should not be alive, nor should you. The flood was meant to end us. Then why do we remain? Because something wanted us to. Og felt it too, a presence in the wasteland, a whisper beneath the earth, calling him, drawing him. He followed the voice through deserts of ash and valleys of bones, until he reached a place older than memory. There, in the ruins of a forgotten age, stood an altar, not built by men, not shaped by giants. Something else had carved it, something ancient, something hungry. Og approached. You survived the waters. You endured the judgment. You are the last of your kind. What are you? A witness, a remnant, a god to those who remember the old ways. Why call me here? Because the world will rise again. New nations, new kings, new gods, and you will not fade, not if you take my hand. Og felt the weight of ages pressing upon him. He felt the loneliness of a world that no longer had a place for him. He felt the hunger for purpose, for power, for meaning. What must I give? Only what you were already losing, your soul. Og placed his hand upon the altar, and the pact was sealed. His flesh hardened like stone. His bones grew heavy with ancient fire. His life stretched beyond the span of mortals. But something inside him began to rot. He had become more than a giant. He had become a curse. Years passed, then decades, then centuries. Og wandered the reborn world, unseen by most, feared by those who glimpsed him. He watched new tribes rise from the sons of Noah. He watched them build cities, plant vineyards, claim dominion, and he hated them. One night, from a distant ridge, he saw fires in the valley, new people settling the land. They think the flood washed us away. They think the old world is dead, but I remain. And so begins the rise of Og, the last giant, the king who should never have lived, the shadow that would one day stand against Moses himself. The world believed the giants were gone, but the world was wrong.